Welcome everybody, this is Joy. I would like to show you today how to make double wrapped loop links, and we're going to put together a necklace with that using the Leafy Landscape items, at least some of them from the Leafy Landscape box, and a few other things from my stash, and we may even put together a pair of earrings while we're at it. But mainly I just want to show you just a very simple double wrapped loop that can become a link in your necklace, and it really just makes your necklaces look a little different, or you can use it for earrings or whatever you're doing. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use today. For that, I will be using I'll be using a gold wire. This is a brass craft wire. It is 20 gauge wire, and I am going to be using ring 132 from the store. I'll be using pin 561 from the store. Also just some regular head pins that I have. A few other bits and pieces from my stash, basically. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So we're going to start with making our wire wrapped loops, and I'm going to be using the 8mm Picasso Jasper, and just 6 of them, just 6 that you like the look of. And we're going to wrap all of those pretty much the same so that we can link them together. So you're going to take your craft wire, and you're going to take some snippers, and you're going to cut a section of wire, more than you're going to need. Here, I just kind of try to straighten it a little bit. And then I'm going to take my round nose plier, sorry about that noise, and I'm going to just start probably about this far down and turn it so that I end up with a loop. Turn that, and then I'm going to take the tail and wrap it around the straight part, if that makes sense. I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to do it, yeah, we're going to do it like that. I'm going to start wrapping it around the tail. Now I'm going to just use my fingers to do this. It is kind of rough on your hands, so if you wanted to use a plier to do this, you absolutely can. You just grab some kind of plier to bend it with, or you can use the nylon ones so that you don't mar up your wire. So I can do 2 wraps with my hands, and then I'm going to have to trim the end. And then I'll take this and just flatten that end in there. It is hard to do this far away from your face. I know you hear me complain about that all the time, but I just want to make sure that I get it bent in. You don't want any bits that are sticking out. So I just usually press and kind of curl it. Maybe. It's not as easy as it looks, it would seem. The other option is you can just trim the tail a little shorter than what I did, so that it's not sticking out. And then flatten it back down this way. Okay, all right, so there we have a wire wrapped loop. I made it look really hard, but it's not really that hard. Then we're gonna slip one of these on there, and we're gonna make our second loop. So for the second loop, I just wanna make sure that I do it the same direction as this one, so they match. And I wanna leave enough room to wrap around the wire. So I'm gonna take it like this, and bend my wire behind. I hope that that's visible. There we go. Hold it nice and tight, and I'm going to start wrapping my wire around there, nice and tight, until it is tight up against that bead. It'll be 2 to 3 loops, something like that. There you go. Now, I am not a perfectionist, so these are not going to look perfectly the same. And that's okay with me. I think it adds like character to what you're making. If you like them perfect, you can take the time to make them perfect. We're going to snip that little tail off and then just press this in so that it doesn't stick out. And then we have our first double wrapped loop link. That's the first one. So we're going to do that again. See if I can make it look easier the second time around. We're going to snip our wire. I may have cut that one a little short. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I will go ahead and bend it back like this. I'm going to hold it while I bend this wire around and wrap. Kind of try to hold it tight against it so that the wrapped loops look neat and tidy. That one's going to be difficult, so we're going to grab a plier to bend it around, which I like to hold it like this and then grab the flat part and then twist it around like that. I don't know if anybody can see what I'm doing. See if we can straighten this up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll snip off the extra. Jeez. They really fly. I have got to be better at this. Clipped off bits go everywhere. I will do my best to angle those downwards so we don't hurt other people in the room. Okay, so we got that wrapped loop, and we're going to slide on another 8mm bead, and then wrap that loop about that much. Make sure it's tight. And I didn't make sure my loop was lined up with the other loop, but that's okay. That's the beauty of wire. It's bendable. I can fix that after. So there you go. It's pretty forgiving, honestly, and if you're not like super dexterous, that's okay. And let's snip this one, and I'm going to hold it so it doesn't go flying. There you go. And it was this one. So I just need to press that tail in so it doesn't stick out. Grab these pliers. Just tuck that in there. Kind of all the way around until it goes in there. Okay, so you can work on getting these loops a little straighter, or I mean like more round if you want, by like just very carefully using the round to kind of smooth them out. But like I said, I don't mind that they're not the same. You do want them to be roughly the same length if you're going to use them in a necklace together. That is kind of important, that they are roughly the same length, like that way. So yeah, so let's do a few more, and then we'll go on from there. Now, if you are an experienced wire rapper, I don't know, someone who does this, you're going to probably think that this looks very amateur. That's because it is. I am new to wire wrapping, but I enjoy it so much that I thought it would be fun to show some of you just some basics if it's not a thing that you do on the regular and you wanted to give it a shot. It is really, you know, doable. I'm just trimming that end off. And don't be afraid to just try. Get some wire, get some pliers, give it a go. and see if it's something you like. I'm hopeful that we will start carrying some beading wire in our sister store soon. I don't know how soon, but I will be looking at some, sourcing some, to see if that's something we can start to have, be able to offer. We'll see, we'll see. So this one ended up a little longer than my last one, but as long as it matches another one that I do, we'll be good. Let me see if I can pull this a little tighter. Leave these right here. Just pull this a little tighter. Actually, we're going to start that one again. I do not like how that one was going. So I'm going to hold and unwind. This is a thing you can do too. You can undo it and go again if you don't like what you're finding, and you can either snip it off or just kind of re-straighten it a little bit. I'm going to come down a little bit because I wanted it a little tighter. Not that much, but maybe there. I wanted it a little bit tighter than what I was getting. So I'm going to pull that down. And I'm going to wrap again. And there-ish. Let me go ahead and snip off the extra. If you don't want to waste wire like I am, you could pre-measure your lengths so that you have the right amount each time and don't have extra. Let me see if I can snip this off. There we go. All right, so that one came out a little messier and a little longer. I think it's a teensy bit longer than these guys. But as long as I do another one that's about that same length, then it will still balance out in my necklace that I'm making. All right, so here we are. We have 6 wrapped loops that are ready to be links and be made into a whole project. And I'm going to also do some eye pins. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to do some eye pins to put between these, and I'm going to do them like this. I think I'm going to take one of these green rondelles and one of these fun spacers from this month's box, and then another green rondelle on an eye pin, and then we'll close that loop and we'll put those between each of these in our project. Some more loops. This one we are going to trim before, because we're not going to wrap it. We're just making closed loops, which we need to trim a little more than that. Forgot what I was doing for a minute there. Okay. All right, and that's nice and tight. Okay, so my vision is one of these, then one of these, and then, so we're also going to do, we're going to make 6 of these. I'm going to make those, and then we will come back and assemble. All right, so now we're going to assemble it into a necklace. I have 6 of these wrapped 8mm and 6 of these eye pins with beads on them, and I'm going to take some jump rings and put them together. I'm going to take my pliers. I think I would like to start each side with one of these. So I'm going to put them together. Open our jump ring. And we need to kind of have them similar lengths, mirroring each other. So I'm going to start with this one. So pretty. If I can hang on to anything today, that would be fun. Here we go. Take one of these. Oh my gosh. Fingers get tired and then I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. Alright, so then let's look at what we got. Those look similar lengths. Perfect. Alright. And we'll do 2 more. It's a surprisingly quiet morning around here. We haven't even had a train yet. I probably shouldn't have said that. Now we'll have a train. That looks like my long one, so I need to make sure I have another long one across from it. It's actually not as long as that one. These 2 are the long ones. Cool. So it'll be this one next. Alright, we're almost there. I think I'm like so clumsy, throwing beads everywhere. Show of hands, who has stabbed themselves with their beading pliers? That would be me. So many times. I'm actually surprised I don't have any cuts. Oh look, there's one. Okay. Alright. And our last wrapped links. I'm going to put those on. And then we're going to add a pendant, which I'm excited about. I'm working with gold tones today instead of the antique bronze that was in the box. I thought it would be fun to do gold, plus gold was what I had in my beading wire, so kind of had to do that. Gold or silver, and I thought gold looked better. And I love gold for fall jewelry, for those dark colors. It's really pretty. So that's what we're doing. All right, now we are gonna put the pendant on, and I think I'm gonna get one of my bigger jump rings. It's gonna be ring 94, and the pendant I have today it's from my stash, and one of the little acorn drops. I'm gonna use one of these little acorn drops from this month's box also. So I think this is gonna look really cute. I'm really excited. Okay, so we're gonna grab one of these, one more of these little tiny loops to attach, or jump rings to attach our acorn. Go ahead and mix metals. There's nothing wrong with that. I mix my metals all the time. I love how it looks. I'm not wearing it today, so you can't see it, but my wedding ring is two-tone. I love two-tone, like white gold and yellow gold together, or I mix rose gold, and I don't know. I like mixed metals. I think it's pretty. And there's the train. So I'm gonna try this again. I tried one of these little tiny gold loops, but it was not big enough for the acorn and sticking it on the leaf, so I'm gonna use one of the bronze ones from the box to attach that instead. So let's do that now. Open that loop, stick that on there, and then we're gonna attach it to this. Okay. Make sure it's good and tight. All right. Woohoo. So cute. I love it. All right. Then I'm going to take my bigger gold jump ring, and I'm going to attach the pendant onto these, one side and the other side. And then we will close this loop. Maybe if Joy can hold on to anything today, we will close the loop. I really gotta stop drinking coffee right before I do these videos. Okay, there we go. Look at that. I love it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so then all we have to do is finish it off. And I'm thinking I want a little bit of chain, and then I'm just gonna do like a lobster claw to close for my attachment, whatever, toggle thing. We're gonna do that. So I'm gonna use some gold chain, just regular curb chain that I had in my stash. I'm gonna go ahead and snip a section off. These don't want to snip anymore. I think I've worn them out with the wire. Okay, there we go. One section. I'm going to cut another section about the same size. And we're going to measure it so precisely. Yes, about this much. Cool. And snip. There you go. All right. And then we'll attach these. Okay, there's one. And our second one. Jeez. I'm a total train wreck. Okay. It's hard to inform my hands not to be so aggressive after working with wire. So you have to be a little stronger with wire than with jump rings. Okay, so that is attached. I've got my chain. Oh, I love how that looks. So pretty. And then I will just attach the little clasp at the top. And I was thinking about making a simple pair of earrings to match. Would anybody object? I didn't think so. So we will do it. I sometimes ask questions in the middle of my videos because I used to make a lot of live videos and I expect like immediate feedback, and I know this is not live, but it's hard to break old habits. Okay, there it is. And then we could add a jump ring on this end for the closure. I think I am gonna just stick one of these big jump rings on there so that it's very easy to clasp and unclasp. And we'll stick it on there. Could also just use the curb chain. No need for like an extra loop on there if you don't want to. But that'll make it so easy. Okay, there is our finished necklace with the double wrapped loop links and a fun little pendant. And yeah, so I'm gonna clean this up and then I'm gonna show you a simple pair of earrings to match. All right, so we're just gonna make a simple pair of earrings. We're gonna do a wrapped loop on these little pebble beads, and then we're gonna do a little dangle with these cutesy little rondelles here, and we're just going to use a pair of lever back ear wires. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to go ahead and snip myself another piece of, or a piece of wire here to do these wrapped pebbles. We're going to basically do what we did in the necklace, but with a different shaped bead. So that will be fun. I'm going to take this and make myself a loop. And we're going to use the pliers because my fingers are too tired to do that by hand this time around. Okay. Just bend that round. That's going to have to do. That's how we're feeling about it right now. I'm just going to squish that one down and around. You can just kind of follow the curve and get it squished down. So this is going to be our top loop, I think. I like it. And then I'm going to make a little loop at the bottom. I'm going to make my loop at the bottom smaller so that it will look cute with the dangle. And so we're going to use the more narrow end of my round nose pliers instead of the fat end. Because you can absolutely make different size loops depending on which part of the round nose plier you use. And again, we are going to need to utilize the pliers. If I can get my hands on it and stay in frame. Okay. It is so hard not to pull it right up to my face so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm happy with the size of my loop. Now I just need to make the wires behave themselves. So I'm just going to grab this narrow wire. I'm going out of frame the other direction. And just push it around. There we go. Tuck it in. Woohoo! All right, so that is what we are trying to accomplish, is a big loop at top and a small loop at the bottom. And I like the direction of the pebble looking like that. And I found another pebble that I think is close enough that they will look cute as a pair of earrings. They kind of look like each other, at least enough. So I'm going to make the other wrapped loop and then we'll come back. All right, got that second one made, and now we're going to put these on the head pins and do a simple loop so we can dangle it from there. I just like dangles on earrings. I don't know why. I like my earrings to have movement. I guess that's why. I like my earrings to have movement, to sometimes make a little noise. I don't know. I like that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to make that closed loop here, a little bit further. All right. See if I can get it closed. You know, it would be smart. So I put this inside of there before I close my loop. Maybe. Maybe just. We'll see. There we go. And closed loop. Cute! See, I like a little dangle. It looks cute. Right, and the next one. Snip off that part. Ooh, I think I might have left that one too short. Let's see if I can do it. See if we can do it. It's going to be a really short one. And why they like to fling out of your hands when you're doing stuff, I don't know. Let's see if I can get this closed. And almost. It might have been smarter to do a jump ring attachment than try to close loop, but I love it when I don't have to use a jump ring between things and I can do closed loops to attach them. I just did snip that a little short, so learn from my mistake. You can always trim after the fact, but it is hard to put wire back. And I don't have another head pin handy, so we're making do. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're making do. All right, so that is that little cutesy earring, and we're gonna attach it to our ear wires. And I was gonna use those little jump rings, but I think I'm just gonna put it straight onto the ear wire instead of using the jump ring, because I think it looks cute. Yay! And this one. Okay. And so we have a sweet little pair of earrings to wear with our necklace that we made. And let me grab it so you can see them together. They are, of course, not like perfectly matching, but enough that you could wear them together. You could also wear them separately. So there you go. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really enjoyed making this with you. And I just wanted to invite you to come over to our Facebook group, The Creative Corner, and show your designs there. I love watching what everybody makes and seeing all the fun designs. And yeah, so thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye.